Hey there, it is Friday, October 18th, and we're right here in the middle of another beautiful fall going on here. It gets really cold in the morning, and then in the early morning, well, like when I get up. And dark now too. Boy, the sun's not coming up till 7 o'clock. I guess we can't really complain compared to life in a lot of other places. But anyway, it's been a fun week. I want to talk about some things going on the forum, probably play a few things. Who knows? I'm not... Let's see, what did I want to talk about? I got to tell you about some of the things that came out, and I want to talk about some things going on the forum, the whole usual stuff. Sugar Man. Steve's listening post on Rodriguez was unbelievable, and that's really what alerted me to this whole story, because I kind of live under a rock, and I don't get a lot of the latest details on things going on in the world. So missed this whole story back in 1998 when it unfolded the first time, and then in 2012 when the documentary came out. But if you guys have not seen it, you owe it to yourself to check out Searching for Sugar Man. This is just an unbelievable story. You know, you couldn't fabricate something as wild as that. So yeah, I figured I had to do a song of Rodriguez, and that was a short lesson on Sugar Man. I'll have to work out a little instrumental version of it somewhere down the line. So speaking of instrumentals, great little find on Chet doing that cool tune of his, Maybell, of course, for Mother Maybell Carter. So I hope everybody's checked that out. Speaking of things kind of on the forum, wait, let me go through things in order first. I hope you guys, I know you guys have been enjoying Doug Young. It was just a joy to sit down with him and, you know, talk to him for an hour or two a couple weeks ago, just before the camp, and get all of you know, his take on guitars and on how he got started. Everybody wanted to be in a rock and roll band, right, when they were in high school, and that was Doug's story. And talking about technique and recording and everything else, and I really got a kick out of the Claxton that he brought. I had never seen that particular small body guitar. Boy, great sound in it. So I've got a couple more segments coming up with Doug. Although I think the last one, I'm not sure what number we're on. There are 8, and the last one was kind of talking about camp before the camp. So it's sort of might be a little anticlimactic. I don't know. We'll see. Back to listening post. Please check that out. I can't. Anyway, we got Steve back on board. We're going to try to get one up every week as far as kind of cool stuff. You know, last week I think we looked at Neil Young's Psychedelic Pill. Or was that the week before? No, that was last week. And I think we got a few more in the pipeline. So stay tuned with Steve and cool listening advice. Actually, kind of required listening. Rodriguez is definitely one of them. So then, speaking of pulling things out of the hat, hope you guys enjoyed Fred Neil. Again, kind of a reclusive, well, very reclusive. He really just made a few albums in the late 60s and early 70s. By 71, he had checked out. And just lived the next 20 years. I forget. I think he'd lived into the 90s, but I got to track that down. But the Dolphins is one of his, well, probably his second most well-known tune. And we may get to his first somewhere down the line. I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed the ear training aspect to that with some unusual chords in there. Of course, I just gave it away. If you haven't looked at the lesson yet, you probably got it all scoped out. So, oh well. What else do we have? We had Sandy. Stayed on the John Denver plan, working on I Guess He'd Rather Be in Colorado, a tune that I remember first hearing from my childhood buddy Mike Mullins, who also introduced me to Stairway to Heaven on the back of a bus, like the day after it came out. We were riding from my house to his house, neither of us had license yet. And we were on a Greyhound bus going from San Jose up to Belmont, where he lived. And we were sitting in the back of the bus and he goes, "Have you heard this song?" And he just picked through it. Anyway, I was stunned. Needless to say, there was something else about this. No, that's it for all of that stuff. Vanessa put together a tune, a lesson on a very unusual song. Relatively easy song to play if you go to the trouble to tune your guitar properly. Now, it's not worth tuning your guitar to what you need to do to play Iris exactly the way the Goo Goo Dolls did it. It is a, but, you know, if you take the 6th string down to B, no problem, kinda. It's rough on the guitar. 5th string down to D, stays, then this D stays the same, the G comes down to D, the B goes up to D. I would, no way would I do that to my guitar, is tune that B string up to D. Top string down to D. I would just leave it at B and just let it be an extra note in the chord. But there's also a great way that she showed to play it in double drop D tuning. So that's a little bit more, which is how I've shown it to students. Actually, I was showing it to one of my students a couple weeks ago, to Ryan. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that lesson because it was pretty cool. I have one or two more quick things I want to get through. Oh, something I've sort of missed over the last couple of weeks is in the last 4 or 5 weeks we've kind of gotten back on the the releasing packs of songs things. And so I know for our target members that doesn't really necessarily mean anything because you have all the songs anyway. But a lot of people do like getting their songs in you know, theme packs, kind of like going to Disneyland or something. And let's see, I think we started with the Avett Brothers a while ago, about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And then we have Billy Joel and Elton John, the 6-pack of three tunes from each of those piano guys. I had another 10-pack of female artists, kind of to go with our 6-pack from earlier before. Then the Advanced Fingerpicking pack. Now that one, I should have had some Chet Atkins songs in there, but I didn't. I think we had, that might be in there. No, it probably isn't. What is in there? Thanks. Oh, speaking of which, John, great job on Mood for a Day. I got to try to, I think we're having trouble getting things uploaded. We're working on that in the busking channel and other things like that. But yeah. Anyhow, I'll try to take another closer look at that and maybe get some comments on it because really enjoyed that. Let's see. Oh, we had a Mississippi John Hurt pack too, along with our Advanced Fingerpicking pack and our female artists and the Avett Brothers and Billy Joel. That was it. 5 new packs for things going on out there. Why do I always break into this one? Okay, enough of that. Sorry, every once in a while I gotta get my fix of John Renmore. Someday I gotta add that one to our Advanced Fingerpicking things. That is Pharaoh's Rag. Oh, I shouldn't give these away. I should let you guys guess all the stuff I'm playing. Let's see. Here's one. let's see, I had something else really important I was going to tell you about. Okay, the end of the story. Okay, I'm kind of amped. It's kind of hard to change gears and go talk about Rosa May, but want to thank Vanessa for putting up a version of her playing that is just really good. Really good. As a matter of fact, it made me, and as Tom pointed out, why do we not have music to this? Why do we not have a lesson on this? And you know, it's funny how this song sort of got resurrected. It was just before camp, not resurrected, but back in the radar, in that Vanessa and Karina and Scott, I think, was here already at the time too. We were having a discussion here just before camp as we were getting ready to pack off and leave about why I don't have more lessons up on my songs. And frankly, I don't really have a good excuse for that. But the thing is, most of them are fairly hard to play. Now that doesn't mean I don't want to put them up, but most of it is I don't want to have to relearn them and be able to play them well to make a lesson on them. No, that's not really true, but it's close. But I every once in a while I start off with a plan to write something that is easy. Now some of the, or more intermediate, and some of these surfaced as blues tunes, like some of the stuff in the country blues thing and the instrumentals Monday and Tuesday and things like that, were written more as exercises. And I wrote one about 10 years ago, you probably heard. And I remember as I'm working on this, and I was telling these guys this story at the time, that I was trying to write something that would be, that my intermediate students could play. And this is Who Done It. It follows a fairly simple chord progression and has a simple melody. Anyway, it's just a matter of combining these bass notes. And I thought, oh, this is great. I've got something that you know, maybe on the level of difficulty of, say, Windy and Warm. So anyhow, that section got finished. And then I thought, well, for the next section, it has to go into, I got to start on a different chord, maybe a different part of the key, where this has been in E minor, and I have to change the texture a little bit. And I started working on this, and I thought, oh, it needs a walking bass part, like that. Is really cool. Oh, that's really hard too. It just took the song from being like a 5 and put it in the 8 range. So I sort of struck out on Who Done It when I would be, and sort of like artistic, I don't know, drive made it, got it out of control. I really like the song. The next part's really easy. And again, a different texture. Mistakes are intentional. Great line from Chet's video, right? Okay, well anyway, so this is turning into way too long a story. I gotta wrap it up. Let me see. The end of this story is, all of a sudden, as I was telling these guys that I tried to write something a little bit more, you know, for advanced intermediate players rather than or even intermediate players like Who Done It. And then I thought, oh wait, I do have one that is really easy, because it was really designed to be just a nice melody without any flash on the guitar. And I could barely remember it at the time. And I thought, okay, let's start. So it just started with this little part, and then had a very slow-moving melody. Typical songwriting, repeats it. has a different phrase. And that was about all of it I could remember. Apparently not. Looks like I'm lying again. Well, anyway, you've heard Vanessa's version of Rosa May. It's great. I will work on a lesson for that because I think a lot of people would like to play it. I had to delay it, which I didn't get on it right away because I figured if I was going to do a lesson on it, I had to do a little bit more research on it. I appreciate the pictures of Scott stopping in Bodie. Picked up this book. I got to read it before I get to the lesson. Rosa May, The Search for a Mining Camp Legend. And, who knows, maybe next weekend we'll even make a trek out there. Even had to get a map of Bodie. The Bodie Hills map. This place is really desolate and remote. It's about 4 or 5 hours from here, so I don't know. I might make a trek out there next weekend if I get enough stuff done. If I get ahead on lessons and could take off on Friday, I might have to make a trip to Bodie. That's my traveling tune. Uh-oh, speaking of traveling, I gotta go. I got a flight to catch. Huntington Beach, softball coming up this weekend. What am I thinking? Okay, I'm out of here. Oh, did I tell you guys about the flamenco gig? I'll save that for next week. It went great, thanks to Ben and Billy Packard and Ben Zussman, 2 friends of mine that bailed me out. So I only had to play a little bit, and they did cool mandolin stuff. I guess I'm going to tell you about it now. No, that's it. I gotta go. See you next week.